can you give a little backstory for people that might not know who you are?
Yeah, so I grew up in the great state of Michigan, went to school. Well, I spent about half my life in Florida, half my life in Michigan. Two very extremes when it comes to
Uh-huh.
weather, that's for sure. Went to school for public relations and advertising. Always worked in, restaurants and bars and that kind of thing. And towards the end of the pandemic that we all are aware of, I decided to start a channel. I was going to go to Turkey to get some cosmetic type surgeries done, my hair and my teeth. And I was initially going to cover that kind of stuff on the channel, basically like lifestyle stuff, not really reactions and stuff like that. So I was big on, I think that there's a stigma about men caring about their appearance or doing those kinds of things, but it's okay for women. So I kind of wanted to be like a person that shows, oh, I'm just an everyday guy and I got this done. And if it's something you're interested in, reach out to me and we can talk about it and I could be there for you and I could be a support system and blah, blah, blah. So that kind of took a back burner because I ended up doing a reaction video randomly to BTS dropped their Butter video, and I was like, you know what? I watch reaction channels. I think that I could do this. This could be fun, and I did it, and it kind of exploded from there, and it's been a taking on a whole new life. I've been able to stop working a traditional job and focus on this full time, which is cool because I like only answering to myself, essentially. Yeah, it's just kind of past year's been crazy.
Yeah, and so that's I think BTS released that in what, May of last year?
Yep.
So that was your first reaction video.
I think I did one or two kind of to get my feet wet. I did like a Katy Perry, like a couple that just didn't really do anything. And then I randomly saw that was coming out and I was like, oh, let me jump on this. And then, so probably third, I think.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty wild because so in that year to go from nothing much going on to full-time YouTube is pretty remarkable. There's not many people that I personally know that are fellow full-time, I guess you call them content creators, whatever that may look like, being a musician myself or doing reactions on your channel yourself. There's one other person that I've met so far that's full-time. That singer reactions, Nick?
Yeah.
He's full-time as well.
Okay.
And that's probably within the past 3 months or 4 months, which is pretty cool too, that like you get to a certain level and then it's like, wow, this is my full-time job, and it's remarkable.
Yeah.
So
for me, it's been what kind of was the game changer. It's really the Patreon thing is what has made me able to do it full time because I started doing the third channel. So I did Tea Time with Travis, Brad, and I have Idle Recall, which is more of just like a passion project. It hasn't really like exploded or anything like that. It's just kind of something that we really enjoy doing. And then I started Travis Views, which is like the TV and movie reactions, because I thought that putting all that stuff on one channel could just muddy it up too much. I think it could be too much different content, you know what I mean? So I started that. That's only been up for 2.5 months, I think, almost at 8,000 subscribers. And then the Patreon has taken on a whole new life because of that, the movie and TV stuff. I'm about at 450 this month of monthly, subscribers to Patreon. So
450 members?
yeah.
Very cool.